Okay, this is the 2013 Volkswagen Jetta. Um, I'm gonna do a oil change on it. The way I do it, take the car for a drive for about maybe 5 miles, 3 miles, don't really matter, just to warm up the engine enough. Bring it back in. I let it sit for about 15, 20 minutes. Let the oil settle back down. Pull the dipstick up and check it. Now this oil change is after 10,000 miles. I change my oil every 10,000 miles on this vehicle. Pull it up. I have to wipe it. I usually keep a rag right there. So I'll wipe it down, push it back in, make sure the oil okay. Let me go on the back, white background. I don't know if you can see, it's exactly to the max line after 10,000 miles. But really this one here is actually a little over 10,000. It's like 10,100 because I did not have time and I was doing that glow plug thing on it. Now the tools you'll be needing, this is the setup I use. 1.25 inch socket with the adapter from 1/2 inch to 3/8, a universal joint, a 6-inch extension, and a 3/8 ratchet. The oil filter, I wrote it down here so I can always keep up with it. But if I don't have that oil filter and my last one ran out, I change to that oil filter. This one, it is still 10,000 miles is good for. So I still keep up with the same 10,000 mile filter because I'm not going to change a filter halfway through the thing. So first thing you do, you just pull up this, set it aside. You can actually set it right up there. I take my good old trusty pump, take the little straw, push it down in there. When it hits, you're good. That's the oil. And you can do it when it's cold, but it just moves real slow. I give it about, let's say 10 pumps, let it sit. Your filter is down here. So put that on, break it loose. It's not going to be that tight. It's just an oil filter. And you're not going to take it out right now. You're basically just going to have it set there. Just a drain. That's it. Reach in. All right. When I'm ready to pull it out, I'm going to have a rag laid here. Pull it out right here. If you're using a 3/8 with no extension or a 1/2 inch, take that bolt loose. I just hate taking something loose, then I have to remember to put it back. And you can go straight down in this point to take it off. While that siphons it out, that's the oil running right here on the side, going down in the bottom. All right, so I'll be back when that's done. When you start to see the hose is doing a little jumping around, That means it's sucking up air. You probably can't hear it because it's raining, but it'll be sucking up air, and I can hear it in the hose itself. But you can also see it'll start to splatter, make a lot of splattering. And it's only been about 5-6 minutes. I let it do all what it's doing, sit for a little while, maybe another 3-4 minutes, pump it again, anything that's been on the sides washing down. And if you don't trust this method, I don't blame you. I used to be the same way until one day I tried it, sucked out everything out of a Ford Focus. Sucked out everything just the way it was parked. Squeezed myself onto the vehicle, took the drain plug loose, and about 2 tablespoons of oil came out, like spoons that you would get, the plastic spoons at your fast food restaurant. 2 of that came out, maybe 1.5. So, and I didn't have to take off nothing else. And one of the good reasons for that, on that Ford Focus I did, one of the reasons why I really had to go on it and take out the bolt was somebody used a chisel to take the bolt out, and it always had a leak. No matter how much you tightened it up, it had a leak because it was damaged. So what we did was we put some of that paste that I use on it, and we have never taken that bolt out again. See, now you have little air bubbles in there. So I'll let it sit and I'll go again. All right, while I wait for this thing to settle back down, I'm gonna try to take this out with one hand. Right there. That's it. Now I take that same hose right here when I'm finished with this end, and I suck everything out of in there. Clean it out. All right, I'll be back. All right, now it's finished sucking out everything there. I took the filter off, threw it in the trash. That's what's left in the where the filter was. So I'll pump this a few more times. The reason for pumping this is when I pull it out, that everything, all it wants to do is suck. So it makes it easy for me to move it to here. Put it down in the center, just in case there's anything there. But it's basically cleaned out in there. Pump it. Yep, nothing is in there. Just air. Okay. So, that's all done. Now what I do, put the new filter on, change out the O-ring on the cap. Change out that O-ring. New filter on. I don't put it in yet because I pour my oil in here. I put some oil in the cap over here, but most of the oil I pour it down there. Goes to the same place, but I know then I have oil in the filter area. I'll be back. All right, now I just take this pick, take that little O-ring out. That's the O-ring there. Take it out. This thing comes with a real little helpful tip. It comes in the oil pack. I'll let it sit there so you can read it. All right. And it comes with the O-ring. This is the new O-ring to replace it. This is the filter. It just snaps on. This piece snaps on to the bottom of that oil cap. And everything goes in. I'll do a little wiping up inside here. Nothing major. And that'll be it. Starting to put the oil back in. All right. I get a funnel. Clean funnel. Make sure it's clean. Put it down in there. I took the O-ring out. Put the O-ring in oil. Put the new O-ring on. Take your filter. Let me see if I can put it on right here. That's it. It's on. So it's just ready to be put in now. And I pour my oil in right there. Use, well, what I use anyway is what the car recommends for it. Right there. It is the, you look on the back, it has the 502 and 505. That's what Volkswagen recommends for it. I've seen Valvoline makes one for it, but I can't find it in my state or in my area. But in Georgia, you can find the Valvoline one to it. It goes down in the holder. So I'll be back when I'm done with this. And I do put 5 quarts. The book asks for 4.8 or 4.6. I put 5, and it's because it goes 10,000 miles. And I know every car burns oil. I don't care if you have a brand new car with 0 miles, it burns oil. It's supposed to. So I make sure I put in a little more, so by the time 10,000 miles is up, I am still where I need to be. All right. All right, I poured the oil in. Went down in there. It always goes all the way down. And you just take your filter, squeeze it back down, and then move the lights. Put it right there. And it drops right back down in that spot. Start it by hand. Make sure it goes in. Then you torque it in. See, it's not lining up. That's why I always go by hand first, so I don't cross thread it. It's plastic. Okay, she's in. From there, now you're just gonna, let me see, it's a small gap in between there. As soon as it touches, that's it. I don't put any more pressure than I have to. I can put the dipstick back in, because that's done. I can get the old one and put it in there, or just throw that in the trash. Doesn't really matter. All my trash gets picked up. Let me go ahead and tighten this up. I was saying you could go down in here if you're using a straight one, take that bolt out. But since I didn't take the bolt out, I put it right here. And you'll feel right there it stopped. That's it. As soon as it stops, yep, and it's touching an exact touch. No more. Oil change is done on this car here. Move this thing back, lay it right here. And that's it. I never had to go onto the car. Nothing. That's it. Thanks for watching. That's an oil change without going onto the car. I can't really show how to reset the thing because I'm by myself and my car is the one with the button here. But what you do, you hold this button down before you do anything. Like, just hold it down. Then I would have to go down and hit this button. I still got that thing. I let it go, come to this side here, and that's it. The little wrench disappeared right there, and that's all I have to do. I can turn it right back off now. So I can start it, put my foot on the brake, hit it, start it up. That little wrench usually comes up and sit right there. This is the model that doesn't say oil, it just shows that little wrench. That's it. So now it's done. Car is running good. Everything is good. All right. And what I do when I'm doing an oil change, I check all the fluids at the same time. And on the older Jetta I have, I check the timing belt at that time. This one I don't. I look down at the little area, but I really didn't go in there and push down like I do with the old one. But thanks for watching.